What's up everyone, and welcome back to Motorsport Manager. Here we are with Predator Racing, and today we are heading into our 8th race of the season. We've only got 10 races overall, so 3 races to go, and we are back at Tondela, which is actually quite good because last time we were trying to go to Tondela in Portugal, I had that error with the recording, so no one got to see it. So this is a good opportunity to revive ourselves at the Tondela Grand Prix and see how we can do. It's a different layout this time. I believe it is the full track instead of layout B, as you can see here. So let's jump into it and hope that we can come up with a half decent result to maintain our very good position in the standings so far. In terms of the sponsors, I think once again I'm probably going to go for 7th or above. It's going to be another tough race, and the top speed is quite useful. I'm not sure actually how good our car is in terms of that. I think we're probably quite low. Yes, we are stone dead last, as we are for pretty much everything in this series. So yeah, I'm going to go for that. Top 7. We're still going to make a loss if we get it, but it's not going to be much. And the parts can stay the same. Panette is leaving, so she can stay angry for the moment. So we may as well get into it. Seeing as it's going to be dry for today's practice, I'm going to take it myself. I'm not going to make you guys watch it, so I'm just going to take it and then I'll be back in just a second with our final results. So there we have it, the end of practice. I decided to solely concentrate on soft tyres and obviously the race kind of duration bonus, and we managed to get 10% on both. Well, I think it's 10%. It was the second level at least, which you can see here and here. We also got a very, very good setup. Will Hume was either, I think, perfect or great for all of them, and Panette was pretty close as well, but we can just tweak her setup a little bit to get her closer to Will Hume's, because I imagine that is going to be the best indicator of a decent setup, seeing as he's pretty much there. So we'll do that. In terms of tyres for the race, these tyres will go 7 to 9 laps, so possibly maybe 3. So we might have to do 1 stint on the mediums and then 2 on the softs, but we're going to start on the softs because that's key to a decent start to the race. We can go 10 laps per stint as well, so we'll fill up to the max 10 laps to start off with for Panette. And for Will Hume, we shall go maybe we'll stick to 8 for Will Hume because it's lighter. He needs to push through the grid a little bit too, so we will do that and see how we go in the race. So here we are, we're starting in 6th and 19th for the Tondela Grand Prix version 2, I'm going to call it. Let's hope that we can come out with a decent result today. So at the beginning of the second lap, Panette's doing a decent job. She's dropping down gradually, so she is in 8th, and Will Hume is still struggling just at the back in 19th. And by the looks of it, Will Hume has actually got a drive-through penalty. I think he drove straight into the back of someone else, and yeah, he's been given a penalty straight away, so that's pretty much ruined his race, I'm going to say. So I'm going to chuck him on some medium tyres, fuel him up to the max, and then he's still got to come round again for his drive-through. So Will Hume's race is more or less over, if we're being quite honest. Just coming on to our 5th lap of the race, and Panette isn't actually doing that bad of a job. She's currently sitting in 9th place, and she's held off there for quite a while, so it's looking good. Will Hume's just come in for his drive-through. I imagine he's going to come out more or less last place, or as you can see, he's coming in 18th. So it's not looking too bad, but we're going to have to bring Panette in sometime soon for a pit stop. So lap 6 for us, lap 7 for the leaders. It's a little bit earlier than I would have hoped for this set of tyres. As you can see, we've only done 5. It would have been 6 laps. So I'm going to chuck Panette on a set of mediums, fuel her up to around possibly 9 laps, and hopefully her tyres will go a little bit longer. Otherwise, most likely we're going to have to be doing 3 stops in this race. The majority of the pit stops have now been completed. There's a couple of guys out front, but I don't think they're going to come close to us. They're going to come out quite a bit further. And Panette is in 11th. She dropped down a couple of places because our pit stop was quite slow. Wilhelm still chugging along in 19th. There's not much he can really do, but if anyone else crashes or makes some mistakes, we might be able to make up a few places. 12 laps through the race and Panette has just dropped down into 10th place. She's still doing a relatively good job holding out. Like, our car is a lot slower than everyone else's and the majority of the grid are in front, so in the off chance that there's a safety car or something, we might be in a decent position. Otherwise, I'm not too confident about getting into this top 7. We've got about one more lap before Wilhelm will come in for a pit stop. I think if we pit now though, he's actually not going to have enough fuel to get to the end of the race, so we may end up having to do 2 stints with Wilhelm, both on these softs. It's a little bit annoying, but unless he gets lapped sometime soon, we're not actually going to be able to make it, so I think we're going to decide to bring him in now, chuck him on some softs. He's only going to be able to go, well, there's 11 laps left and we can only fill him up to 9, so if we fill him up to around, I guess if we fill him up to 10, okay, 10 now, then it'll possibly be a splash and dash at the end. He's going to come out 18th, it doesn't matter too much, but let's do that now. Luckily enough, it was a good pit stop, so let's see what he can do from here. He's come out in 19th. So we're on to lap 16 and it's actually running very close for Panette here. I'm not sure she's going to be able to make it into the pits in enough time. Our tyres are very low as well. We definitely have to pit this lap and she will be able to go to the end actually on one set of tyres. So we're going to chuck her on a set of hards, fill her car up to 9 laps and let's hope she actually makes it to the pits. We have just got on to lap 20 and Wilhelm is up in 14th. However, as we know, he's going to have to make another pit stop, which is definitely going to drop him quite a bit down the grid. It's a bit of a shame because he has actually caught up a lot of people, but we've had to put him on the kind of max on overtaking and style to get him to basically run out these tyres before we can pit again. So we're just going to bring him in for that. I think he should have enough fuel. Not quite. We just need to put a couple more laps in there. So that's that. We'll do a fast pit stop and he'll be out there. In terms of Panette, she's currently sitting in 10th, which isn't too bad. And she's actually behind a few of the cars in front. She's just about got enough fuel to get to the end of the race. And you'll be able to see on the map there's more or less a train of cars. So we might be able to push for 7th. I'm not sure. It's also come to my attention that we might be let down by our own reliability here. Panette's gearbox is only on 13%. We've got around 3 or 4 laps left. I'm not 100% sure that it's actually going to stay with us for the whole time, so we've just got to keep our fingers crossed really. I don't know how this has happened, but we're on lap 24 and I can literally see 7th place right in front of us. Knowing our luck, we'll get overtaken here for 11th, but I'm just going to up everything on the car, as we did get overtaken there. I'm just going to up everything on the car, so maybe we can make a late push here. And I think it's a bit too much too late. Panette's gearbox has just gone down to 0%, even though she has just overtaken someone. I'm waiting for the car to literally blow up, but maybe we'll survive to the end of this lap. We're up into 9th somehow, and we're going to run out of fuel too. And we did, we ran out of fuel right at the end. We finished 11th. I'm surprised we even got that because her gearbox was on 0%. And Wilhelm actually ended up finishing 12th, which was extremely impressive after the race he had. Scrutineering has just taken place and a couple of people got penalties actually. Wilhelm already had a penalty for his drive-through. Some of the other guys also got drive-throughs and demotions, but it didn't change where we finished. 11th and 12th isn't too bad given the situation. Panette's car isn't that good and our gearbox was basically gone, whereas Wilhelm just crashed into someone, got that drive-through. It was a decent recovery from him to be fair, so if he didn't have that, we probably could have got that top 7. As a result, Wilhelm is still in 3rd. Panette is actually in 15th still as well, so no change there. However, as you can see in the constructors, we've dropped down to 5th, which isn't looking good. We're gradually dropping back down the table towards, you'd say, where we belong. Let's hope we can turn around the results sometime soon and work our way back up. This is the only downside. Yes, because we didn't get any of our objectives, we are going to lose 854,000, which is a massive amount. It is starting to get quite concerning how much in debt we are getting now. The only upside is that now 3 of our sponsor deals have ended, so we've got the opportunity to sign some more sponsors, and we're going to wait until we get some 4 stars if we don't have any now, which by the looks of it we don't. In fact we do here, which could be quite good. They're both for first place, which probably isn't ideal, so I might just wait again, because realistically we're not going to get a first place. So unless there's a massive upfront payment, we're never actually going to get any of these bonus payments. In the meantime, because we haven't developed any components either, we may as well work on the reliability. The gearbox did let us down for per net last time out, so we're just going to work on that. Also the brakes as well. I know they're not very good, but as long as we can get at that kind of base level up, that should allow for better performances. So we've had another sponsor come through, and this is a bit of a dilemma for us here. It's 1.5 million up front, but we have to finish 3rd or above to get an extra 1.2 million, which I think is very unlikely, as you can probably see from our last couple of races. We're not actually going to be able to get close to that. Whereas we have the others that are only 3 races long, but we have to get 6th or above. See, that is a bit more realistic, but still, I'm not sure if we can do that every time. So should we just take the money up front and go with that, or actually try and get this 6th or above, because that'll end up with us getting more? I think I'm actually going to go for the money up front, because that is a lot, 1.5 million. I'll accept that, and on the off chance that we do get the other objective, we're going to have a lot of money, pretty much. Okay, so now it is time for another GMA vote today. It is a refueling ban, and I've been bribed to vote in favour, as I was given more money before, so I have no choice, I'm going to. And I could do both. I guess if we work on our fuel economy for next season's car, then that'll suit us better. I don't think there's any other big votes, so I might as well vote 2, and yeah, let's hope we get it. I don't think we get any more money if we do, but we'll see. So in fact, I'll only vote 1. We'll just skip to the end. I'm really not sure how this is going to go. And what does he want to do? He's against. Okay, so we voted for it. Good thing we only put 1 in. In fact, no, if we put 2 we would have won, but as you know, we're not fussed. By the looks of it, I don't think we're actually going to be offered any more sponsors, so most likely we should possibly go for the one with the biggest upfront deal, which is actually only 400,000. We don't have any United States Grand Prix, so there's no point really even going for this one. It's 6 races. Ideally, we might fluke a first, but I can't see it, seeing as we didn't even do it at the beginning of the season when we were fluking the majority of our results. So I'm going to go for this, get another 400,000, working our way back towards the green. Probably going to do the same for this. I don't think we have a Japanese Grand Prix left, and no, we don't. So this is probably the one that I might leave. 13th or above, that's not too bad, and it's at least another 200,000. I know it's not much at all, but we could get it. But it's 9 races, see? We don't really want that. Deutsche Air is only 2 stars. This one's only 4 stars, and 10th or above is realistic, so I think I'll go for that. There's no up front, but we'll always get 400,000 for finishing 10th or above, which I'm pretty confident we can do. Okay, so Tommy Jeffries, I think he's our assistant, just come to us, and a drinks company have approached us with a new idea, and basically it'll be a plastic figurine of Will Hume. Who wouldn't want to buy one of those, really? And yeah, he won't be too happy if we do it, neither will the chairman, but it's $1 million, and that'll basically take us back to breaking even, which is exactly what we need. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. Ka-ching! Let's have $1 million. We're less than $500,000 in debt now going into our next race, which makes me feel a lot better. We've done a lot of financial recovery this episode. We're still sitting in 3rd. We just want to get up to 5th. Well, sorry, we are in 5th. We just want to get up maybe to 3rd. If we finish 3rd at the end of the season, I think that's our aim now. It would be absolutely incredible, to say the least. So I think we're actually going to leave it there for today. Next time out, we have Event 9. We're in Milan. We're probably going to struggle again, but we might, just might, be able to fluke it somehow and get a decent amount of points. So if you enjoyed today's episode, remember to drop a like on the video, leave me any comments telling me anything you want to see, you want me to do, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I will see you all on the next video.